So your liver tests are normal, but what is your gamma-GT doing? Have you ever been told your liver function is completely normal? Well, that's great. But I want you to go back and look at one little number on your blood tests, GGT, because GGT or gamma-glutamyl transferase is one of those markers I pay attention to even when the rest of the liver panel looks absolutely fine. So most people think of gamma-GT as an alcohol marker, and yes, alcohol can certainly push it up, but that's not the only reason I'm interested in it. First, what actually is gamma-GT? Gamma-GT is an enzyme found particularly in the liver and biliary system. We commonly look at it alongside markers like ALT, AST, ALP, and bilirubin when we're assessing the liver. But here's where it gets interesting. Gamma-GT is closely connected to glutathione metabolism. And if you've followed me for a while, you'll know how much I talk about glutathione, because glutathione is one of our body's major antioxidant defense systems. So gamma-GT sits on the cell surface and helps break down extracellular glutathione so that its building blocks can be recycled and reused. So when I see gamma-GT beginning to creep upwards, even when it hasn't been flagged as abnormal, I don't just think liver disease. I start asking, why might this person's gamma-GT be increasing? What's their alcohol intake? What medications are they taking? Could there be a fatty liver? What's happening with their blood sugar and insulin? What are their triglycerides doing? Is there evidence of metabolic dysfunction? Could there be increased oxidative stress? And what does the rest of the liver and biliary picture look like? And this is where looking at trends becomes really useful. So imagine your gamma-GT was 12, then a few months later 18, then the following year 25, and then a year or so later 32. Every single result might still come back without a big red warning flag beside it. But I'm interested in the direction of travel. Why is that marker steadily increasing? Because blood tests aren't just about whether you've crossed the line into disease. Sometimes they're about spotting the little changes happening before you get there. So gamma-GT can also give us clues about metabolic health. Higher gamma-GT has been associated with things like insulin resistance, metabolic syndrome, fatty liver, and cardiovascular risk. And that doesn't mean a raised gamma-GT diagnoses any of those conditions. It doesn't, but it might make me look more closely. I might want to look at fasting insulin, glucose, triglycerides, and perhaps liver imaging, depending on the overall picture. And equally, if gamma-GT is genuinely elevated, we shouldn't simply assume it's detox or oxidative stress. It needs proper clinical interpretation because liver, gallbladder, and bile duct problems, medications and alcohol can all affect it. So here's today's blood test lesson. If you've been told your liver tests are normal, have a look at the actual numbers, look at your ALT, look at your AST, look at your ALK phos, and look at your bilirubin, and then look at your gamma-GT. And if you have previous tests, compare them, look at the trends, because one isolated number gives us information, but the trend can sometimes tell us the story. So again, don't just ask, is my gamma-GT normal? Ask, what is my gamma-GT, the actual number? What has it been doing over time? Because sometimes the most useful clues are sitting quietly inside the normal range.